Carl and Daniel from Brrraaains A Head-Banging Life, gbhblofficial for short, and it's Slam Dunk reaction times. We're checking out some of the bands in the bill, sort of giving ourselves a heads up, or trying to convince the other of, hey, this band's fun, check this out. Or me just going, Funeral for a Friend are the only band you should want to see there, Dan. But I digress. Dan, Holding Absence, I know nothing about this band. Please explain.
I just like them. They were probably inspired by the likes of Funeral for a Friend with their sound. I just enjoy listening to them. They're nice. It's easy listening kind of stuff.
Easy listening.
Like I don't have to put much effort in.
I think I actually understand what you mean. It's just because obviously in music there is actually a terminology called easy listening, and I'd never put it into the sort of rock side of things.
Yeah.
Well, the track is Afterlife. They are at Slam Dunk. They're one of the ones that clash quite heavily with others. So whether or not we actually get to see any of them is up in the air, but we will try. But I know nothing about them. I'm excited. You're excited. Feel my nipples. In 3, 2, 1, go. Okay.
I know I'm out of sight, but am I out of mind? And when I close my eyes, I dream I see you in the afterlife.
I see what you mean about their inspirations might be coming from.
I'll pull those arrows from out of your back, time and time again. We know that nothing good can last, but what'll happen when we reach the end? I'll never let you run out of time. You'll live forever in the back of my mind. It's in the way I feel your fire, even when I close my eyes. You're always there to guide me home. I know I'm out of sight, but am I out of mind? And when I close my eyes, I dream I see you in the afterlife. I lost a vital part of me. I lost a vital part of me, and now there's nothing left. I dream I see you in the afterlife. I dream I see you. 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 I lost a vital part of me. 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 Out of sight, but am I out of mind? And when I close my eyes, I dream I see you in the afterlife. Now there's nothing
I mean, I wasn't talking much through it really because I thought we'd be doing someone a little bit of a disservice to sort of be pointing out things during it, particularly as it's quite heavily dominated by the vocals and a lot of what he's saying and singing and stuff. I think it's quite important to hear. So for me, I get what you said at the start, easy listening. I actually understand where you're coming from. There's nothing complicated about that. It's very straightforward. You kind of just almost drift away, and I sort of lean back at a certain stage and realize I was leaning back. It's kind of like, okay, that shows kind of like, I'm like, okay, I can chill out to this and it's not going to really affect me too much. The vocals are excellent. He's a very talented vocalist. He's got a lot of power and range in him. The other thing I really want to highlight is the drumming.
Oh, yeah.
The drumming is impressive in that track. And it's almost like, do you need to be working that hard for what the rhythm is? Like, did you need to be that into it, guy? You could have maybe chilled out a bit too. But here's the thing. Overall, I think it's pretty boring. I think it's the sort of track that if it came on, I'd be like, yeah, that's fine. But I'm not going to remember that, unfortunately. What I will remember is what I did during halfway through is I started to scroll down to the comments and was like to see what people were saying. And a little bit way down in the comments on this video on YouTube, there's someone who's related this song to the loss of a family member and how it's made them feel. And that really, to me, highlights a very important thing, not just about this song, about music overall. We can all take different things from it. For me, I'm like, yeah, it's a nice song. It's got these good elements. Doesn't really do much for me. And I find it a little bit boring. But for someone else, man, they related it to the grief they felt of a lost loved one. And that is so stunning. And it almost makes me love and appreciate Holding Absence a little bit more. Because if for someone out there, someone has heard this song and it's made them feel a bit better or made them reflect in a happy memory and stuff like that, who am I to sit here and go, oh, it's boring? That's just how I took from it. But to see someone else taking something so great from it, that's music, man. That's what I love.
It's the same reason I love it. I love Holding Absence. I've got both their albums on vinyl. I picked up this album recently. They're just nice to listen to sometimes. Yeah. That's it. I'm not sitting there like spin kicking in my bedroom. I'm just bopping along.
No, I completely understand exactly where you're coming from. And I get that, considering some of our reaction videos for Slam Dunk's been based around Funeral for a Friend and having that sort of, this is just nice to listen to. Sometimes it's what you want. Many times, I mean, guys, if you don't know me, Carl from Brrraaains A Head-Banging Life, gbhblofficial for short, gotta add it. Always have to put it in there. One of my things is I don't spend my life listening to metal. I spend a lot of it listening to video game soundtracks because that shit chills me out. That shit I can relax to. I spend most days, at least once a day, with the Thomas Was Alone soundtrack playing in the background because that shit chills me out and relaxes me. And today, early before we started doing these videos, I was in the bath and I had music playing on my phone and it was Funeral for a Friend. And it was the chill out stuff and the relax. And then I was scrolling through some others and just putting the chill out songs. I didn't want to have blasts of metal at me. I wanted to hear these bands. You know, it's good music. And for that, I love Holding Absence. It does make me want to see them. That's the coolest thing of all. I'm like, okay, that they're on quite late in the day. If there is an opportunity to see them, something changes, a band gets pulled off the bill that clashes with them, so we go see Holding Absence. Yeah, why wouldn't I enjoy that? You know,
it's literally that.
You got any thoughts? Let us know in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. You can check us out on gbhbl.com as well as on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and Tumblr. Go to Patreon to help us out over there. That's patreon.com/gbhbl, as well as Big Cartel, where you can find some of our merchandise. We have a podcast running on SoundCloud and Apple Podcasts. And of course, if you like this video, do us a favour, hit the subscribe button and help the channel grow. Games, horror and heavy metal. What else is life for?